Hi there, hi there, friends and neighbors, and how are you this evening? Um, Here it is, 8:38 Eastern Standard Time, and I'm bored. So why don't we, the hilarious, fictitious names and stories to go with those names? Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We'll do it alphabetically. That way, we don't have to, we might skip a few, because we don't want these videos to drag longer than 30 minutes. We're up to, let's start with A. Uh, Adriana, Adriana Orson Foop. Adriana Orson Foop. Adriana Orson Foop was a very interesting female. She had two teeth missing in the front, and her lips were incredibly large. And she, hang on a minute. Come on, Snowball. My chihuahua. All right. What was it? Adriana Austin Looper. Or Austin Forth or whatever. But she was into cooking badly, if that's what you want to call it, cooking badly. And she was into saving the environment and such as that. Then there was Brunetta Bumfield. Brunetta Bumfield. She liked shopping, ice cream sundaes, and she weighs about 500 pounds now. She's large, you know. And unfortunately, she went to the Grand Canyon and on a sightseeing excursion, and she fell into the canyon on the east side of the canyon. The sun got in her eyes because she didn't have her great big hat, and she died. Then there's Claudette Kudelboffer. Claudette Kudelboffer. Yeah, Claudette Kudelboffer. I'll never forget her. She was very popular in her day. She had two miscarriages and two stillborns. I mean, I know that's not funny, but it sure devastated the hell out of her. And Claudette, she she married a steel worker, and I think he was a pipe layer because he laid the pipe to her every chance he got. And she got tired of it and left a suicide note and blew her brains out. Then there was Dharma Doofendorfer. Dharma Dumadorfer. Yeah, Dumadorfer or Damendorfer or whatever her name was. Well, the first name was Dharma. I know that. She had a spectacular job. She worked in a box factory, and she folded boxes at $5.32 an hour. And oh man, she folded all kinds of boxes. You know, she folded small boxes, large boxes, medium-sized boxes, never refrigerator boxes. That was too much. Somebody in another part of the factory did that. And then there was Aretha Aretha uh, Smooffenpeimer. Smooffenpeimer. Aretha Smooffenpeimer. She was up and rising gospel singer until somebody ran out of the audience and ran up on the stage and grabbed her by the throat and nearly strangled her to death. They crushed her larynx. Now, then there was Frida Pfaffendooffer. Frida. I'm sorry. Frida Pfaffendooffer. Frida Pfaffendooffer was very popular in her neighborhood. In fact, I'm sure that every one of the guys, the boys in her neighborhood, felt her up. They used to call her Felt Up Frida. Anyway, I'm sorry. And Frida caught a real bad case of herpes, and she died in her 20s. Then there was Greta Goofenfloofer. Greta Goofenfloofer. Excuse me. Greta Goofenfloofer was sort of what you'd call an eccentric type girl growing up. Greta Goofenfloofer. Greta Goofenfloofer. She was known through the phone book. There was Mr. Goofenfloofer and Mrs. Goofenfloofer. And then Greta had a brother named Gregory Goofenfloofer. They opened up a chain of ice cream shops. They called it the 33 Goofenfloofer flavors. Oh my God. Okay. Compose. Then there was Ingrid Jossenhammer. Yeah, Ingrid Jossenhammer. She was Miss Little Georgia in 1962. Yeah. And let's see. Loretta Fingelheimer. Loretta Fingelheimer. Yeah, Loretta Fingelheimer. She was she always wanted to grow up to be a cowgirl, and she was sort of what you'd call the eccentric tomboy type. She had a little bit of hair on her lip. Then there was Marguerite Manischewitz. Yeah, Marguerite Manischewitz. She was her family was in wine. Her father Marvin Manischewitz and her mother Mavis Manischewitz. They made plenty of money, you know. And then in the 1990s they went bankrupt and they lost everything. Well, it it was just a kick in the groin for Marvin. But the real shitter was uh, Mavis Manischewitz left Marvin and decided that she'd take half of everything that Marvin had, and you know Marvin kind of got up there, and went into a case of despair. and a case and a case of Budweiser and Manischewitz wine, and he got liver poisoning and died. So, uh, but nobody was better than Nicole Knickerbocker. Yeah, Nicole Knickerbocker. And Knickerbocker does uh, have an N in it. Nicole Knickerbocker was, she invented the Nike shoe in 1972. And she cleaned up. She made a lot of money. And the only problem was is that Air Jordans came along, and Reeboks, and Renee Reebok. Yeah, Renee Reebok. She invented the Reebok sneaker, and she made a lot of money. Unfortunately, they're both dead. Uh, Knickerbocker, she invented the shoehorn. Hey, look at this! Wow, isn't this great? But anyway, Penelope Poofenheimer. Penelope Poofenheimer. Now, she was a great girl. Always remember that none of these people actually exist. This is just from here. But Penelope Poofenheimer, she invented the magic trick where you put the woman in the cabinet, and you say abracadabra, poof, and the woman disappears. She sold that trick to a lot of magicians, and she made out pretty well. She did pretty well for herself. So, I mean, we're just on the P's, and Quinella Kulaheim, Quinella Kulaheim, she she invented the question mark. She had spina bifida, and she had a a crooked spine, and she invented the slinky. I mean, it's some things are destined to be, and I wish that we could go on, but always remember, when you're feeling down and blue, just go to YouTube and look up these videos, and I'm sure they'll perk you right up, just like percolator coffee. And like they say, keep smiling and the Lord bless. And goodbye.